Hello Cancer, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy and clarified those messages, as well as the overall theme for the reading, which we will jump into in just a second. I do have the tarot deck that we'll be using already shuffled, as well as the confirmation deck and the advice deck that I will be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. Last thing, please remember that these are general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So please do remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Cancer, in your recent past, you have confidence is your key to success with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. So, in your recent past, there was this energy of experiencing loss or lack, either losing something that you felt you needed or not having what it is that you felt you needed, like not being able to gain something that you felt that you needed. Now, with confidence is your key to success in the Five of Pentacles in reverse, that can also indicate this need to kind of shift from a lack to an abundance mindset, which is really difficult to do when you're experiencing lack, but we'll talk a lot about that. I feel, throughout the reading, just kind of how to shift that mindset, why that mindset is important, things of that nature. But with confidence is your key to success, to me, what that is really saying is that what it is that you desire, what it is that you need to be okay, to be abundant, that is absolutely possible. And your ability to bring it into reality is going to depend on your level of confidence. Now, not just confidence in yourself, as in like how you present yourself to the world, but your confidence in your abilities, your confidence in what it is that you are deserving of, your confidence in the universe, in terms of how much you're supported on the path. And so there's a lot, I feel like, that you were kind of missing or feeling like you were missing in your recent past, but I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead here and just say that in your immediate future, you do have prosperity lies ahead. So this is very much about you getting what it is that you desire or need, even if it looks a little bit different, even if a path looks a little bit different or the outcome looks a little bit different, it's still you getting to that point of prosperity. Now, in your current energy, you have step out of your comfort zone with the Sun in reverse. So I do feel like there's this energy of not being super happy with where things are at in your life right now. And even if you, not that you're an unhappy person or not that you're ungrateful or anything like that, just a lack of joy, lack of excitement, lack of fulfillment in a way. And I feel like there is a reason for that. And I feel like there is this need to step out of your comfort zone in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, I feel that way because you have stepped out of your comfort zone. But I do feel like there's something here that you're needing to do, or a mindset shift that needs to happen, a perspective shift of some sort that can get you to this immediate future energy, which is prosperity lies ahead in the Hanged Man. Now, with the Hanged Man, that is that need to let go of the wheel a little bit. When we are trying to fully control the outcome, we often tend to get in our own way, which is, kind of counterintuitive, I think, to the way that we've been taught to live. We've been taught that it's all up to us and it's about the grind and it's about, how hard you try. But the universe actually isn't asking you to try harder. The universe is asking you to lean into ease, lean into guidance, lean into letting go and allowing things to flow a little bit more. Now, I really, really like the overall theme for the reading for you because it's meant to be. Like, that's what the card is. It's meant to be. So to me, this is like this prosperity, this abundance, what it is that you're needing or that you're desiring, it's meant for you. And therefore, nothing can stand in the way of you and this thing other than yourself. So kind of needing to dive into where maybe, again, where the blockages are, where the mindset shifts need to happen so that you can bring it into reality. It's like that energy of it's already yours. You just have to believe that and continue to take steps in faith toward it. But let's see. And this could be talking about many different things. So again, take it as it resonates. But let's start here. Cancer, with your recent past, you have confidence is your key to success with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. What was Cancer dealing with in their recent past? What was Cancer dealing with in their recent past? Recent past for Cancer, please. Recent past for Cancer. Lots and lots of self-doubt. 7 of Wands in reverse, an Ace of Swords in reverse, an Ace of Wands in reverse. Really doubting yourself, like not even just doubting your abilities or, you know, a lot of the things that we often talk about, but like your path in general. Almost like getting into this place of, you know, I've done all of these things that I feel was the right thing to do. I'm still experiencing loss and I'm still experiencing lack. And kind of having that frustration of, is this even worth it? Am I even on the right path? Is this even going to be the best thing for me? Am I even ever going to get there? Like, I do feel like this is a pretty intense set of self-doubt. Now, with the Ace of Swords in reverse, there is this, not fully seeing things clearly, because I do feel like with the Ace of Wands in reverse, there's some sort of action that needs to be taken. Now, it's hard to step out of your comfort zone when you're already in doubt. So I do feel like you had to go through this doubt and face it and overcome it so that you can get to this point where you're a little bit more confident to step out of your comfort zone a little bit in some way. I don't know what this is talking about though. I don't know if you do either. So we'll see what that says when we get there. Recent past for Cancer, please. Recent past for Cancer, please. Disappointment. 5 of Cups with the Empress. Definitely experiencing disappointment. And then there's the Emperor in reverse. So I do feel like it's, you know, sometimes when things don't go as we expected or unfold in the way that we thought they would, or we planned on them, or we experience it, you know, sudden or unforeseen loss or lack or whatever the case is, it can really affect us on a deep level, because to us, you know, our ego really craves that control and that ability to see how things are going to play out. So your ego kind of pieces together this plan. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what's going to come from it, and this is what it's going to look like, and this is how it's going to unfold. And then when things kind of veer off that path, which they pretty much always do, but when things veer off that path, it brings about disappointment and a lot of fear, and that's where that doubt is coming from, because there's this part of you that's like, since things didn't go as planned, am I ever going to get there? Am I ever going to have what it is that I desire? Am I going to ever be able to experience this abundance that I'm looking for? And the answer is yes, but you have to, you know, if you are not facing and experiencing doubt, if you are not actively facing fear and experiencing doubt, not necessarily saying all of the time, but at least, you know, occasionally on your path, then you're probably not on the right path. Because pursuing, which to me is saying, Cancer, if this reading is resonating for you, that you are. So I don't want you to think that that's me saying that you're not. Because with the Empress, I do feel like you are showing up in the best way you know how. But then with the Emperor in reverse, there's a little bit of control that's keeping you from being able to see the bigger picture. And we all have that tendency to control. We all have that tendency to get in our own way. We all have that tendency to, you know, push ourselves a little too hard, or to try to, you know, control things in a certain direction, and instead of allowing ourselves to kind of let go and go with the flow. Because one of the hardest things to learn on this journey, on the journey of creation and on the journey of manifestation, is how to take divinely guided steps, you know, take steps out of your comfort zone, take steps in confidence, but then equally being able to surrender how things are going to go from there, what the outcome is going to look like when you're going to get there, and being able to just trust that you did your part and now the universe is going to do the universe's part. And I feel like there's a little bit of the universe not being able to do a whole lot for you, because there is so much of your control that's getting in the way. Now, we often control when we think that if we aren't perfect, or if we don't if we're not constantly giving all of the time, if we're not burning ourselves out or working ourselves into the ground or chasing, essentially, that it's never going to happen. And we're taught that just kind of by society, the grind culture, and you should always be, giving 130% of yourself all the time to the things that you desire. And that actually isn't beneficial for you, because you still have to have enough to give to your emotional health and your mental health, and to make sure you're sleeping enough and taking care of your physical health. And so if you're constantly giving 130% of yourself to a certain path or a certain goal or a certain outcome, well, then you're most likely letting a lot of other important things fall to the wayside, which those things might actually be what's needing to be taken care of to get you where you're trying to go. So, and something that comes to mind is like, if you're in a career where your output kind of equals your input, meaning like as much as you put into it is what you get out of it. Like if you run your own business or whatever the case is, there really is this concept of doing less and attracting more. Because say that you work, 10, 12 to 12 hours a day. And I'm not saying this is what you're doing. I just want to explain this energy that I'm feeling. But say you're working 10 to 12 hours a day. You're giving everything you have to this business. And you do that for as long as you can sustain it. And sure, you'll eventually have, a payoff, and you'll eventually kind of start to see progress and so on and so forth. But eventually, you're going to hit a wall. Because if you're spending that much time, again, focused on one goal and one outcome, then you're not taking care of your mental health. You're not taking care of your physical health. You're not prioritizing other things in your life. Eventually, you're going to crash, and then eventually giving that much energy to, whatever it is that you're trying to build is going to run out. You're not going to be able to do it because it's not sustainable. And so learning to balance, and it's a difficult thing, but learning to balance taking care of yourself and also pursuing certain goals is the most important part of this journey, is finding that balance. And I feel as if there's a part of you that has struggled a little bit with that balance, because you feel like if you're not giving all of yourself to something all of the time, that it's never going to amount to anything. You're never going to get what you desire out of it. And that's not true. Now, we have to remember that our beliefs are the root of our results. So if that's what you believe, that's going to be what you experience. But it's not what you have to experience, because it's going to burn you out and you're not going to be able to sustain it. Recent past for Cancer. So I feel like this is what you have been dealing with. The chasing, so there's chasing some sort of outcome. Chasing something that you desire. Which, whether or not you can consciously see it or understand it, is actually giving you more lack and more loss. Chasing, the underlying energy of chasing is fear. It's fear that it's never going to happen, fear that you're never going to get there. If you're putting in energy into something from a place of fear, you are going to attract the things that you are the most afraid of. It's just the way that it goes. Meaning that if you fear lack, therefore you chase abundance, you will actually, in the end, experience more lack. I'm not trying to say that to scare you, and I'm not trying to say that to say that you're doing the wrong thing and you're screwing up and you're going to end up broke or alone forever. That's not at all what I'm saying. But bringing this into your awareness and recognizing that there is a difference between chasing and attracting, and being able to attract is being able to say, I know what I'm capable of, I know what I'm deserving of, and I know that I'm supported on the path to get there. Therefore, I know that as long as I am doing the best I can, taking care of myself, prioritizing the things that I need to prioritize so that I can show up in my life and for other people to the extent that I want to, then I'm going to get there. I don't care. It doesn't matter when, and it doesn't matter how, and it doesn't matter what it looks like, because I trust the universe enough to know that whatever does happen is going to be for my highest good, and it's going to align with my soul's desires the most. That is the mindset of attracting. The mindset of chasing is, if I am not, going or giving everything to this, or sacrificing my needs and sacrificing my health for the sake of something, then I am not worthy enough for it. And that within itself comes from that belief that you are deserving based on your output or based on what's outside of you, instead of you are deserving for abundance and love and all of the things that you desire for who you are in this moment right now, outside of what you present to the world. And that shift in mindset, I feel like, is what we're going to talk about right here. Current energy for Cancer: step out of your comfort zone with the Sun in reverse. Current energy for Cancer, please. Step out of your comfort zone with the sun in reverse. And to be, honest with you, Cancer, I actually feel like outside of your comfort zone is you taking care of yourself. Like, that's what this is asking you to do. But we'll see. Current energy for Cancer. Yeah, because we're starting to experience, if this is resonating for you, you're starting to experience a decline, maybe a decline in mental health, or it's starting to affect your mental health. Like, you are struggling to have an optimistic, positive outlook on your life and on your future, even if things are good. And when that's the case, it typically means that there needs to be an adjustment in how you are approaching your life. And I feel as if, because with the Two of Cups in reverse, there's almost this like disconnect from yourself. Maybe you're going through the motions, or you're trying to just do what you think you need to, but there's this lack of, connecting with yourself and saying, what do I need? What do I need to take the day off? One of my favorite it's a quote / a thing flying around social media that's basically like, instead of asking yourself, have I worked enough to deserve rest? Start asking yourself, have I rested enough to be able to show up fully for my work, or for whatever the case is, for my relationship? Have I taken care of myself in order enough to be able to show up for someone else? Instead of saying, have I shown up for other people enough to be able to now give myself some time and energy? Because if you have that mindset, you're going to eventually be pouring from an empty cup. It won't be sustainable. It will start to affect you mentally, emotionally, and physically. And I feel like there is this need here to kind of come back to yourself a little bit and focus on, and this might sound really selfish, and you might be like, I don't have time, I don't have the ability to, but it's a necessary thing in your path right now to start asking, what do you need, Cancer? What do you need to do today that is best for your mental and emotional well-being? And that's going to change, I feel like, the direction of the abundance that you're looking for. Like, it's going to change. It's going to go from, like, instead of, because you might be stagnant or you might be experiencing a decline, but when you can kind of shift, which again might be counterintuitive because it might mean that you're giving less to the outcome, but that's actually what the universe is asking you to do, giving the universe some breathing room to work. Current energy for Cancer. See, yeah, you're attached to whatever it is you're trying to create. There's an attachment to the outcome. The devil is blocking the magician. The devil is blocking the magician. And this is going to continue to happen until you detach as much as you can from the outcome. Detaching from the outcome, I would even say, is the most important aspect of manifestation. The more you think you need something to be happy or to be okay, the further away you are from receiving it. And again, that can be a very frustrating thing to hear, because you can be like, well, I do need it. I do need it to survive, or I do need this to experience joy, or whatever the case is. There's this need to believe a little bit more, Cancer, that you are supported, and that the universe is here to step in areas where you can't. And that's why this devil is blocking this magician, is because there's it's like you're holding on so tight to this outcome and saying, I need this to happen. If this doesn't happen, I am going to be miserable, or I'm going to be alone forever, or I'm going to end up homeless on the street. And there's this need to understand that things are not black and white like that. It's not, if things don't happen this way, worst case scenario is going to happen. What it is the universe is saying, let go of how you need things to happen, let go of when you need things to happen, and believe that things are working out for you. Your prosperity, your abundance is meant to be. It's meant for you. And so believe in that, and get to this point of being able to be grateful for it before it even arrives, so that you can enjoy the process of getting there, instead of holding on to the outcome so much that it can't appear for you. And trust me, it's a difficult thing to do. I do understand that. Current energy for Cancer. Current energy for Cancer. One more. For Cancer's current energy, please. feeling very unsecure right now. Not necessarily insecure, but unsecure. And then on top of that, you have the Four of Swords in reverse, so you're very burnt out. I feel like, so one of the hardest things I had to learn on this journey, I feel like I say that a lot, all the things are hard, but is that we hear it, you've probably heard it since you were a kid. It is about the journey, it is not about the destination. One of my favorite spiritual teachers that I resonate the most with, her name is Gabrielle Bernstein, and I use a lot of what she teaches in my teachings because I heavily resonate with her teachings. She speaks often about how she knows that she's manifesting and she knows the outcome is going to come when she's having fun. She says, I measure my success by how much fun I'm having, because if I'm having fun on the journey, then I know that the destination is closer than I think. And a lot of times we get so caught up in believing that if we're not here, if we're here and not here, that we're not going to be happy. Or that we think that some sort of outcome is going to bring us any more joy than we're already experiencing. And it really is about learning to enjoy and trust the process. Like there's so much cliche in that, right? Trust the process and enjoy the journey. It's not about the destination, but they're cliches for a reason, right? Because they are true. And the more that I find myself in my own personal business, the more that I find myself enjoying the journey, enjoying the process, enjoying what I do on a day-to-day basis, the more my abundance easily comes. When I start feeling burnt out, when I start approaching it from a place of this is an obligation instead of this is an opportunity, then I start experiencing a slowdown in my abundance and a slowdown into the outcome that the why am I blinking? Just what it is that I receive from it. And so, and I experience this in my relationships too. The less I take care of myself and the more that I approach it from, kind of that mindset of I need things to happen a certain way, or I need, I want to get to this point in the relationship, whatever the case is, I miss the whole point. So the more that we can learn to relax into the journey with the belief that we are supported, the more that we will actually experience that support, which is, again, it's hard. It's kind of like a catch-22 in a way, because it's like if you don't believe in the support because you've never experienced it, but you've never experienced it because you haven't believed in it. And that right there is why most people don't believe in the concept of manifestation, because, well, they've never experienced it. They've never actually been able to watch their life unfold for them, or to experience, the universe show up with solutions out of the blue when you least expected, or whatever the case is. But when you start to experience those things, you start to add it to kind of what Gabrielle Bernstein actually calls your spiritual proof. And you start to say, okay, maybe I am supported. And then you experience it a little bit more, and you start to watch literal miracles happen in your life, and you go, wow, this is really cool. And then, you kind of build on that as you move forward on your journey. So I do feel like it's hard for you to see it right now, but things are happening for you. And I feel like the way that you're needing to step out of your comfort zone right now, Cancer, is to, I don't mean this to sound like, but just chill out, right? Like relax into the process, relax into the belief that you are going to get to where you're trying to go. You're going to be okay. You're going to be able to attract and receive whatever it is that you desire. But you got to let go. Otherwise, you're going to continue to get in your own way with your control. So taking care of yourself, putting your mental and emotional needs ahead of your material needs, which might be super hard for you because you might be like, that doesn't make sense. But your reality is a reflection of how you feel within. It is a reflection of how you feel and what you believe and how you think. And the more that you try to think positively and try to feel positively and do the things that you need to do to be able to do that, the more that you're going to experience your reality shift to match that energy. Immediate future for Cancer. It's not toxic positivity because it's still validating and moving through all of the emotions that you need to experience, but in the back of your mind, holding on to this belief that, yes, I'm struggling, yes, I'm experiencing sadness or grief or pain or loss or frustration, but I know that things are working out for me. Immediate future for Cancer. Prosperity lies ahead with the Hanged Man. Immediate future for Cancer, please. Immediate future for Cancer, please. Prosperity lies ahead with the Hanged Man. Opportunity. Opportunity, a prosperous opportunity at that, Cancer. It's this way. Three of Pentacles, Justice. Yeah, there's the Three of Wands. So this opportunity exists outside of your comfort zone. If you always do what you've always done, and you always approach what you always do with the same mindset and same beliefs and same emotions and same energy, your outcome will always be the same. You will experience the same problems, the same lessons, the same cycle, the same relationships with different people. Like, you will literally experience all of the same. So if you want to change the reality that you're experiencing, you have to change the way that you approach it. And that comes with being willing to lean on the fact that the universe is here to support you on the path to whatever it is that you desire. And that comes with faith and confidence. You know, we are the universe in motion. Our faith in ourselves pretty much directly correlates with our faith in the universe. And so I do feel like this, oh, why did I take that? Like, there is this opportunity here for things to kind of come together for you that aligns with what it is that you deserve. But this opportunity cannot come if you continue to chase a certain outcome. It won't be able to manifest itself. I do feel like most people in this reading are going to be able to bring this opportunity into reality, to fruition. Immediate future for Cancer. One of the things that you're getting the most caught up on, Cancer, is the timing. How long it's taking, how slow things are moving. If you're always focusing on what you don't have and how far you have to go, you'll always experience that energy of never being where it is that you desire. One of the things that actually kind of woke me up and put me on a spiritual journey was the fact that I noticed that every single time I had a goal and I reached that goal, first of all, the happiness and joy from that goal wore off very quickly. And then there was another goal that replaced it. And, you know, one of the things that we have to realize is that there are going to be a lifetime of new things for you to experience, next levels for you to hit, you know, new abundance to be received. But if you're always focusing on what's next, you're always going to miss what's now. You're always going to miss the point of life and the journey, which is what you're experiencing right now in this moment, where you're at right now, because you are exactly where you belong, and your soul is in this moment for a reason. And the more that you can try to figure out what that reason is, what you are needing to learn from your current experience, what you are needing to learn from what you're currently going through, that's actually going to get you to whatever it is faster and in a healthier way than just trying to push through will. Immediate future for Cancer, please. There's the Sun in reverse. Same Sun in reverse is right there. I got some inner child energy. You know, you might feel the way that you do about how abundance is created because it's what you've always experienced. Maybe your value has always lied, you know, in terms of how other people have perceived your value, has always lied in what you do. Maybe you were always, you know, especially when you were a kid, maybe you received the most attention and validation for your accomplishments or for the work that you put in or for how intelligent you are or attractive you are, whatever the case is. You've learned to internalize that your value comes from external output. That the more that you suffer, essentially, or the more you put into something, or the more that you struggle for something, the more deserving you are of that thing. And that is not true. Your value lies inherently in the fact that you are a human being here on this earth, freaking doing the best you can. That makes you deserving of the abundance that you desire. It has nothing to do with how hard you work or how much you suffer or struggle to to make something a reality. Though those things, sure, you should be proud of how far you've come, but you should understand that that does not inherently make you any more valuable. Your value lies in the fact that you are here, you're doing the best you can, you're trying your hardest to be a good person and have good intentions and do what you think is right. And if you can focus on those three things, focus on good intentions and follow divine guidance, you're going to get there. Like, there's nothing that can stand in your way of getting there. So try to hold on to that moving forward. You have this prosperity lies ahead with the Hangman. So the prosperity that you desire is actually absolutely exists for you. It's meant to be, right? But you've got to let go, Cancer. That is the biggest thing coming through in this reading. Let go of the attachment to the desire. Let go of the attachment to the outcome. If you feel like you're not getting there, or all this effort that you've put in has been in vain, just know that's not true. I do feel like you're on the right path. I feel like you're headed in the right direction. I feel like you're experiencing obstacles and challenges just like, everyone does or is inevitable on the journey to abundance and to, gaining the love that you desire. And all you need to do is let go and trust the process. I know, like, all you need to do. It's a difficult thing to do. But let go a little bit, try in each and every moment to look at yourself and say, how can I let go? How can I surrender this over a little bit more in this moment? And surrender it over to a spiritual connection of your own understanding. Doesn't matter what it looks like for you. God, spirit, higher self, divine, ancestors, spirit guides, whatever resonates with you. Surrender that over and be open to things working out better than you can even imagine. All right, Cancer, we're going to hop on over to the extended. I'm going to dive deeper into these messages and focus on what you need to do right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self. So this is what you need to know. So the extended will be what you need to do. Thank you so much, Cancer, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. Actually, before I sign off, one thing that I want to mention is I receive so many comments from people telling me that I talk fast in my readings. I know I do. It's something that I have struggled with since I was a child. It's something I have struggled with in public speaking and like when I'm giving presentations when I was in school. Like, it is something that I have always had a hard time with, and specifically in these readings, I'm trying to channel messages and give advice and keep up with the messages that are being channeled. So I speak fast because I'm trying to get it all out there in time. If it's something that bothers you, you can slow the video down. If that doesn't work for you, I might just not be the reader for you. It's something I'm constantly working on, but I understand if you don't like that. So, all right, thank you again, Cancer, and I hope to see you next time. All right, bye-bye.